Guys, what's up? My name is Justin Marc, and in this 3-part video series, we're going to talk about building a social circle and how to really build a very high-level social circle. A social circle full of high-level people, full of people you're proud of being friends with. It's funny how a lot of guys go through their life hanging out with losers. They don't realize that you become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So think about this, right? You literally become what you eat, what you think about, the people you surround yourself with. You become the average of those influences. And a lot of people don't realize that their own friends aren't really supporting them with their goals. Their own friends aren't where they want to be. Yet, you'll go to your friends and ask them for advice. You'll go to your friends and ask them for perspective on things that they aren't really qualified to give you advice or perspective on. So what is a social circle? In this 3-part video series, we're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss how to create a social circle and how to have a high-level social circle. I'm just going to reintroduce myself. My name is Justin Marc. Over the last 8 years, I've spent my time traveling around the world, working with personal clients, teaching them how to create these amazing social circles so you can become friends with influencers, models, actresses, like top fucking people. When I look at my circle, all my friends are millionaires or like influencers or some form of high levels of success. So if you follow the advice in this 3-part video series, your life's gonna change, your social life is gonna massively explode, and it's gonna have a huge effect on your dating life and your self-esteem as well. Be sure to watch part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this 3-part video series so you don't miss a thing.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
All right, guys, before we jump into the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up so this video gets more views on the YouTube algorithm. I really do appreciate that. If you smash the like button right now, maybe you'll get a chance to join my soul circle. So make sure to go smash the like button right now. I really appreciate that. Comment below when you're done, and we'll get back to the video. All right, guys, welcome back. Part 2 of creating an effective social circle. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. I've done like nightlife stuff for the last 7-8 years. I run a business where my job is essentially to bring hot girls to parties to party in the club. And I had this really cool connection with this awesome club in Toronto. But what happened was the team I was working with pretty much got kicked out. Now, I had no problem. I could totally continue working at this club, but now I had no way to directly work at that club because I didn't build those relationships. So this became really complicated because, you know, I had a few $1,000s a month of passive income coming in each month from throwing parties. All of a sudden, that income stream was cut. So what I had to do is I had to use my social skills to build new connections. So I met this guy named Ken. Ken, awesome guy, much respects to Ken. But I knew Ken didn't like me because one time we were in this weird shared taxi van coming out of the club. This club I work at has this free shuttle service where anyone can take this free shuttle service to the downtown core of the city, right? My city of Toronto. And I remember seeing Ken with 2 girls, and I didn't know who he was. And I started kind of just trolling him, a little bit roasting him, just kind of being a bit of a dickhead, you know? When you just feel like being a dickhead, sometimes you're a dickhead, right? I was being an asshole for no reason. But I was also I wasn't outright being an asshole. I was kind of making jokes in a very subjective way where you can kind of perceive it any way you want. So I wasn't just being a dick. And then I realized, oh shit, I don't have the connections at this club anymore, but I know Ken does. So I went out of my way to find out what clubs Ken was promoting at, or where he's gonna be, or what kind of events he's at, and I'd always go there with hot girls, introduce myself, hey Ken, what's up? It's so good to see you, right? Make friends with his friends, introduce him to girls, and I did that for about 3 weeks until I asked him, hey, I wanna work with you. These are the numbers I pull in. I bring like 100+ guests per night to these parties. Let's work together. And I was actually working with one of his old friends in the past, so we already had a bit of familiarity. We already had a lot of friends in common. And then I got him on a phone call and I pretty much sold it to him. So by using my social networking abilities, I now opened up a new stream of income that pulls in another $20,000 a year passively. I don't have to do anything, and I'm able to make an extra 20 grand a year from this income stream, right? But if I didn't go out of my comfort zone, push myself, and strategically build these relationships, I wouldn't have this income. Now, you can do the same thing with your dating life. I met one of my ex-girlfriends through my buddy Boris. Boris, really successful guy, he's crushed with business, so he actually knew I was great with dating, and I knew he's great with business, so we created this like win-win friendship. and we went to Mexico on vacation, and it was a lot of fun. When we came back, we threw a party together. And funny enough, he met some girls at my birthday party a few months prior. He brought those girls to a Christmas party we were having, and that's where I met one of my ex-girlfriends. That was a girl I dated for over a year, right? It's pretty crazy how that works. So because I've created this lifestyle, parties and networking and meeting people, well, Boris met these girls at my party, introduced them to our next party, and they brought a friend along who ended up becoming a girlfriend of mine. So indirectly, creating this kind of dynamic of parties and networking, you can find love interests, you can find dating options, you can make money. It's really powerful how this stuff works. So what are the benefits of a social circle? Oftentimes, you see a cute girl in the bar, in the street, in the mall, in a park, whatever, and you talk to her, maybe she's not down to get to know you, right? Maybe you're in college and you're trying to get to know this cute girl in your class, but she's just not down for it. Well, what's cool is if you can demonstrate high value, or you can be a high value man in that circle, well, wouldn't it just make sense that the girl is more down for a guy who is a man of high value? So if everyone perceives you to be the fucking man, be that cool, badass guy, it just logically makes sense that, hey, when you go shoot your shot, she'll be more interested and more intrigued by you, right? So by creating a social circle where you're perceived as a high value male, a high value dating option, a high value person, you kind of have more opportunities. You have more yeses. You have more opportunities for people to, go for whatever it is you want. The cool thing about a social circle is, you don't have to shoot your shot right now. Versus like if you're at a nightclub and you see a cute girl, you kind of got to shoot your shot right now because you might never see her again, right? But in a social circle, you kind of take your time, build value, build a better relationship, and then shoot your shot later on. Same with like business relationships. Maybe you're friends with a cool guy who has tons of business connections or opportunities, and maybe you want to be partners. Well, when you're friends for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and you trust each other, now you want to start a new business, maybe you want to get him in on it because you can make money together. Well, now because he's part of your social circle, you can trust him. You know who he is. You guys are going to be able to do this a lot better together because you've known each other for years. You've had that shared history. And that shared history, that social circle dynamic, them being part of your lifestyle already, it just works really well, right? Maybe you start a business with your roommate or one of your close friends, and since you're already seeing each other a lot, it's easier for you guys to work on the business together, right? Maybe, you have a classmate of yours that you see very regularly and you guys kind of just end up hitting it off and dating. Well, that's another example of a soul circle. Well, you wouldn't have the opportunity if this was a person you only see once every few months, or if it's a person that you only met once, right? And so when you build this kind of soul circle dynamic, right, or a lifestyle where you're perceived as high value and you're seeing people regularly, you can kind of lead it in whatever direction you want because you are now the leader. You are now that kind of alpha male where you can lead it in the direction you want. So the best part about soul circles is friendships, because you truly do become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if all your friends are losers or smoking weed or doing lame shit, low level behavior, low consciousness activities, what do you think is happening to you? What do you think is happening to your subconscious? And it's easy to say, well, I'm not like that. I'm mentally resilient. Well, truth be told, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you look at most celebrities, they hang out with other celebrities. If you look at most rich, wealthy people, they hang out with other rich, wealthy people. Well, why is it all my friends are like millionaires, entrepreneurs, world travelers, cool club promoters, guys who date a lot of girls, guys who are killing it, just guys who are out there dominating their life, influencers, YouTubers. My ex-girlfriend was an actress, a famous actress from Mexico. Why is it that I'm around these people? Well, not only do I pick up on that behavior and implement to my own lifestyle, but you truly become the average of what you surround yourself with. Funny enough, high-level people aren't going to want to hang out with you when you're a low-level person. So you want to constantly improve your social, constantly improve your networking, have long-term friends who have goals and ambition. If you don't have friends who've got goals and ambition, where are you going to be in 5 years from now? You got to think, where do you want to be 5 years from now? You might end up being exactly where you're at right now 5 years from now, or maybe in a worse position, right? But if you hang around with high-level people, you're going to become a high-level person. It's just kind of how things work. Now, when it comes to dating, it's really interesting how dating works really hand in hand with Soul Circle, because having a beautiful girlfriend or a beautiful partner can help you so fucking much with networking, getting to certain parties, getting to certain events. It's just assumed when you've got beautiful women around you, you must be a high value man. So one of my secrets to networking with really high level fucking guys is just surround myself with a lot of beautiful girls. Right now, I live in a house of 3 girls. It's me, one of my good buddies, a male, and 3 beautiful women. Now, we're actually gonna have 2 new girls moving in soon. So it's me living in a house with a bunch of cool girls. When I go to parties, I'm with a bunch of cool girls. When I show up to clubs, events, different networking events, I'm always with different girls that I know from my circle, from my network, right? And because of that, other guys look at me and they want to be my friend. High value dudes want to be my friend. They want to learn my secrets to dating, and I want to learn their secrets to business success or whatever the fuck it is they do, right? And so we create this awesome win-win dynamic where it's like I show up with a bunch of cool girls, they, add value in other ways, and we're creating this awesome win-win dynamic. So I never have a shortage of cool guys to hang out with, right? But because of that, it allows me to be very picky with my male friends. It allows me to be very, very picky. So I remember being at these cool parties in Los Angeles in the Hollywood Hills and mansions, or these cool networking events where I was at this crazy VidCon after party where all the influencers in the world are there. Every single fucking influencer was there. Like David Dobrik was there. I was talking to Jason Nash, huge YouTuber. I was talking to Tana Mojo, huge YouTuber. I was talking to all these cool fucking people, right? I met really interesting people. Like I've met the Nelk Boys. I've met these guys called the Ireland Boys or something like that. These I don't know, all these YouTube pranksters, right? I met I just can't remember half their names. And a lot of them, I even felt like I don't vibe with these people. I don't really want to be friends with these people, right? A lot of them I did become friends with, right? A lot of my friends are huge YouTubers. Adrian G, Luis Mercado from To Catch a Cheater, right? A lot of these people who know game and who are into doing pickup and picking up girls and traveling and living this fun lifestyle, right? I become friends with these types of people and they become cool travel friends of mine or just cool friends I'm friends with, right? And so you want to actually, pick and choose these people very fucking wisely. And the girls you're dating too, you want to pick them very wisely because you truly do become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So knowing that, you should go out and consciously choose and pick your friends. Consciously choose and pick the girls you're dating. Consciously choose and pick the people in your life because you want to create these awesome win-win dynamics where you're both winning, right? Not where anyone's losing. It's win-win, it's a shared respect and friendship. It's a very powerful place to come from. And the best part is you're both finding value in each other's presence, whether that's in an intimate relationship, whether that's a girlfriend, whether that's a guy you're friends with. You want to create that win-win always. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is part 2. We'll see you guys in part 3. Stay tuned. We'll see you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc. You can actually join my social circle by following me on all my social media. Linked in the description. We got my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2. Make sure to go follow me right there. Send me a message. Let me know about you and who you are, and we'll get in touch. You can also add me on my Snapchat. Watch my daily Snapchat stories as well at SexyJustin. Also join my Telegram inner circle. This really is my VIP inner circle group. It's called Justin Marc's PUA Inner Circle, linked in the description. And thank you so much for watching. And we will see you guys in the next video. Make sure if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification so you're notified of new videos. And we'll see you very soon.